This is the Iron Trader. It is Monday morning. It is time to go to work. Before we get started, I want to get a big shout out to the women's basketball, South Carolina over Iowa yesterday. Really, really great game. Now, tonight, you got Purdue and UConn for the men's tournament. It's going to be an awesome game. Okay, so as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, so far it's been a little bit calmer, I should say, out there in the Middle East. So there hasn't been any attacks. However, crude oil here is always on the edge. Now, we can see here how Friday we had a pretty much is an indecision candle, but it's red, so that's really a topping tail candle, okay? So today we obviously had a lower low, but let's just look at what today's low was, okay? So we had it today of 84.69. Now, I always say, look to the left of the chart. What do we have here? 84.64. Came within 5 cents. Okay, so now you have a double bottom action here, and you held this key 84.97 level here so far here today. So very, very key. So what we want to watch here, let's just take the upside first. We want to watch today's high. So you're looking at 86.47, and then we'll look at the top of this candle, you're looking at 87.22, and then we have your 87.63 sitting right up there nicely. Now, again, if we can bust up that, then what we do here, let's just look on the weekly chart here real quick. Okay, we can bust up that 87.63. We'll come right to the left here. You have 87.83 is next, and then we'll have 88.29, and then this is the target you're looking for, 89.85, call her 90 bucks. Above that, here we go. You got 91.23, you have 91.88, 92.43, and then there's the big retest up there at 95.03. Okay, call her 95 bucks. So a lot of good potential, good targets on the upside. Now, on the downside, what we want to watch is obviously we want to start watching some of these candles. So you want to watch real-time crude right now sitting at let's see, 86.22. So you want to watch the top of this candle, 86.20. Okay, so you're sitting right there on the price line. Okay, so if that comes off a little bit, then we'll look to the top of this candle, looking at 85.50, and then we can look to the bottom of this candle, 84.85. Then obviously this nice double bottom play here, along with this 8 simple moving average here at 84.97. So this is going to be very, very key level here, because what we did is when we sold down at 84.69 and this one here 84.64, you made a little bit higher low, and that's always very, very bullish. And we left a bottoming tail here. Okay, so this is looking very, very bullish if it holds. The key is if it holds. If not, watch this 8 SMA. Always very, very crucial. And then we can watch that 84.64, and then we can come down to the bottom of this candle. You have 83.85, and then we want to watch the top here, 83.21 and 83.12. This is very, very key. Always bring these price channels here across. Go to the left of them. That's always very, very key. Same way with the candle going on over here. If this 21 SMA is lost, okay, and then just follow that all the way on down. Those are always very good support levels then, and basically targets that you're looking for, okay? Your big levels here are going to be your 84.97, your 8-day, your 21-day at 82.22. Now, here, your 50 SMA here sitting at 79.21, and then your 200-day sitting at 79.11. So now your green 50 SMA crossed above your 200-day. That's always very, very bullish scenario, okay? So always remember that. Always look at here, bottom left, upper right, and look at all those key simple moving averages. Very, very nice. Now, when we look at here on your RSI level, well, you're in overbought conditions, but again, that doesn't mean you can't ride it out for a while. That doesn't, that just means that it's very, very strong is basically what it is. Now, a lot of times it could correct, it comes down, but if it stays up there, it can stay above that 70 level for quite a while. Now, your MACD here, green above your red, looking very good, positive momentum on the upside, very, very nice. Weekly chart, green above your head, very, very nice. Now, by the end of the week, what we really need to do is to make sure that we hold this 82.63. That's going to be very, very critical on the closing that'll be coming on here on Friday. Now, if everything works out here, this keeps on rallying up here, or even sideways action, this 8 simple moving average will be moving up here very nicely. You can see it cross the 21, the 50. Now she's going to cross this, looking to cross this 100 SMA. So even if this pulls all the way back to here, still very, very bullish chart, okay, going on here. So now we have this 87.63 level, and we're coming into the seasonality time here. So crude oil is looking very, very bullish. Any kind of a pullback, I still believe is a good buying opportunity. And then we had a really nice double bottom situation going right here. That's why you always want to trade the charts, okay, and always look to the left of the charts, okay. See how easy that is? It makes it easy. Now, again, there's a lot of ways to trade. You can use Fibonacci, you can use clouds, you can use, there's a zillion ways to trade, and there's no right or wrong way. I just like this. I just found out that, I've traded many, many years and I trade many, many charts. And the simpler you keep something, the more money it seems like you can make, okay? So just look to the left of the chart. Keep it simple like this. Now what we're looking for the target here is we're looking for basically this 87.22 here on the upside and that retest of 87.63. Okay, let's take a look here at old natural gas. All right, here we have natural gas, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, this here, let me bigger up a little bit. Okay, so weekly. Now, we can look at this 8 simple moving average, 1.733. It looks like it's coiling up here. Now, this is very, very key for Friday. We really need to hold this level by Friday. See, we had the 3 red candles. Now we got above that 100 SMA here with the green candles. And I say the previous week here, we made a high. It was a reversal candle. Last week we made a higher high. Now we got to see what we can do this week. But the key is at least holding that 1.733 on Friday on a closing basis. Very, very key. RSI looking good. Your MACD here looked like your green is about to go over your red. That's always very good, positive momentum there to the upside. Okay, now here what we have here on your daily, well, we got pretty much the same scenario. So we rallied up. I always say this 50 days like a brick wall, and look what happened. Boom, right into it, went up, but you notice it couldn't close above. Okay, that's the key. It's closing above it, not just getting intraday. That's great for scalping, but it's not closing above. Okay, and then we had a red candle, and then another kind of like like an indecision candle Friday, and then today so far we have a little green, but we're caught right here between this 8 SMA and this T21 SMA here. So that's what we have to figure out exactly which direction that she's going to go. Okay, so let's just look at the downside first. So what we want to watch is this 21 SMA. This is very, very key. This is 1.74. So you can see your wedge right between the 8 and the 21. So on a closing basis, we need to close above this 1.74. If not, then the next level is going to be this 1.73. Okay, so that's what we have. You have some very, very strong resistance and very key strong support levels going on here. Okay, so let's just, so far as holding this is bouncing off, and the pattern is starting to tighten up here pretty good. Now your 8 SMA was rolling up here nice. Now it looks like it flattened out, but as your 50-day comes up across here, something is going to give. This 50-day is going to cross, or that 8-day is going to pop right up and bring this price up. That's what we got to see. So watch again this today, 1.74, very, very crucial on a closing basis. 1.73, and then if that is lost, then we come there down here, 1.70, 1.68. This is your gap, and 1.67, there's your fill. 1.64 is below it, and then we have 1.58. Now, we have it's just a sideways action. It's not really doing a whole lot here. So I'll be looking for scalps in both directions, but hopefully I'm looking for more like in the UNG, where you could pop this up here a little bit. So on the upside, this is what we're looking for, 1.793. That key level, that 8 SMA. If we can get above, then you have a real tight target right above that at 1.82. See that? 1.793, and then bam, right up there at that 1.82. Very, very tough. Now the price channel has been coming down, which is 1.90, which is that top of that candle right there. Okay, so that came back. Okay, so that would be your next target. So those are your upside targets. Your 8 SMA here, 1.79. Your 50-day, 1.82, and then 1.90, the top of that candle. That's what our targets here on the upside. Obviously, if you can go above, we can follow these candles all the way up here to the 2.0. But right now, today, this is what we worry about, okay? your 8 SMA here, your 50 SMA, and then your price channel at 1.90. On the downside, just watch this key level, the 21-day, and this 8 SMA. If that's lost, then we start coming to the bottom of these candles and then possible retest. Okay, but right now we've got 2 green candles so far, and we're just sideways action. Let's see if we can get some momentum and get her popped up. Okay, RSI here looking good. MACD here looking very good. Green is still above your red. So we just have to have a little patience with this. I know very, very tough to do sometimes, but that's what we got. All right, let's look at the hourly and the 4-hour. Okay, here we have your hourly chart here now. You can see that was that contract roll. Gapped up here pretty good, came on down, but now here's where we stand. Okay, so 1.74, and now we're trying to rally up. Okay, so we got to see how this is all going to shape. However, I do like, we do have a W pattern here. Okay, so came down, went up, and came down. Now we got to see about this retest of 1.83. If you can break above that, okay, that W pattern, usually those are pretty bullish if you can break above this level, this 1.82, then we can go right up to the target level at that 1.84. Again, above that, then we always look to the left of the chart here, okay? You have 1.85 right there, okay? 1.88 and then 1.89. So always look to the left of the chart. Those are going to be your resistant levels if you can pop above that 1.83. But right now with the W pattern, big possibility that we can do it. So we got to see how it shakes out. All right, here on your 4-hour chart, you can see here what we do is you had a series of lower lows here. But again, it's really kind of holding here because what you have here is it never filled this gap. So that usually tells you that's usually pretty strong. Now, gaps will usually get filled. They don't have to be instant, okay? So you still have a low, higher low, higher low, higher low here situation going on. So that's always very, very good. The question is here, this is why you want to put these simple moving averages, because look where this went, okay? Right into that 21-day and then pull right back. Where did this one go? Right into that 50 SMA at 1.79, pull back. Now the next target is going to be this 1.80. If you can get above that, then we'll come to the top there. Okay, that's that 1.823 right there. Okay, so you have the same W pattern going on here. This is a little bit more clear to see right there. But again, you got to get above this 21 SMA because you can see how strong it is when it goes into it. And that 50-day, then she can rally up higher, possible retest. But we got to see how this is all going to shake out. So don't have no opinion here. Let's just see and just really watch that daily chart, okay? That 8-day and on the upside and that 21 there on the downside is going to be very, very key for today's trading. Okay, I'll be back here at for midday trading, and we'll look at natural gas and crude a little bit more in depth. Okay, thanks for watching.